Captain. Captain Calavera?
Puerto Zapato, sailor. We're here at last. Beautiful port, isn't she?
Yes, sir. There's some customs officials down below, sir. They want to search the ship.
Fine, fine. We've got nothing to hide, eh? No skeletons in our closet.
Yes, sir.
Secure the bow, boys, like a rock this time.
Manuel,
Salvador?
I hope this very urgent message gets to you in time. Our man in Zapato says Miss Colomar never made it to the port. It said she threw herself overboard at the Pearl. I don't know if you believe that. Whatever you do not land in Puerto Zapato. It's a trap. Assassins will attempt to board your ship disguised as customs agents. Beware, and viva la revolución!
Ensign. I'm sorry I led you into trouble, sailor. Ensign Arnold was just a kid. Oh, no. This can't be happening. Hey! He's back here!
Sack him! Custom officials, open this door!
Yeah, we want to check your bags.
Don't worry, Captain. We're safe in here. Okay, let's just set the explosives and get the hell out of here.
Gladys, do something.
Okay.
Not picking that up. It's hard to totally panic when you're wearing that little sailor suit.
No, it's not!
Híjole. Gladys sure did a number on that old diesel. If it were just a little more powerful, we could probably tear on out of here.
I tried. Oh, I tried. But I failed. It's not powerful enough.
Hey, maintain, sailor. Well, there you go. Gladys, cover your ears.
What was that?
The dotted line, buddy.
Just a little farther, Gladys.
Manny, choking!
Mira, snap out of it, sailor.
Easy for you to say, you don't have lungs.
Hey, you live without your heart once, so you can live without air for a little while. Just until I figure out what we're gonna do. Not blue yet. You all right?
I'm a spirit of the land, Manny, not of the sea.
Hang in there, mano.
Beware, brave captain! Here in the darkest depths of the Sea of Lament dwell the most horrible monsters of all. The fearsome, murky demons of the deep will swallow you whole the instant you leave this pool of light. Heed my warning, or take one step forward and learn for yourself!
All right, I believe you. Just quit it with the creepy spirit of the land voice, huh?
Here comes one now!
Amigo!
Huh? Who? Oh, geez, another shipwreck. You see? That's why I never travel by boat.
What are you doing down here?
Trying to get out of the land of the dead, same as everybody else.
Why are you walking instead of taking a ship?
Got sick of waiting around Rubacava for a boat. Figured I'd make better time this way.
Why didn't I think of that? How do you know where you're going?
See the moon over there? I just keep it on my right. That way I know I'm heading in a straight line.
But
Oldest trick in the book.
how long have you been down here?
Well, let me put it this way. I wasn't always this color.
Shouldn't you have hit dry land by now?
I'm trying to cross a big ocean here, Sonny. What do you know about it?
I've already done it. In a boat.
A boat? Don't talk to me about boats.
What's the problem with boats?
We had such a nice boat.
Why is everybody always talking about boats? You got a perfectly good pair of legs. Why not use them, I say?
Let me guess. You died in a boat wreck.
A boat wreck would have been better than what happened to us. Led off course by bad equipment, lost for weeks, no food, no shelter from the sun. We'd started throwing the dead overboard. But then the sharks began following the boat.
What happened in the end?
What happened was, I learned 3 valuable lessons. Stay away from boats. When it comes to navigation, trust only the moon and the stars. And when there's only 2 of you left, never, ever go to sleep.
How have you kept that light going all these years?
Well, I found this coral, this glow-in-the-dark coral. Damnedest thing. Glows like a lightning bug and never seems to wear out.
I had some of that once. Made a nice grappling hook.
I don't think you had what I got, because I don't think you've been to the place where I got it.
Where'd you get the coral?
Edge of the world, boy. That's the only place it grows.
Is everything okay with your eyebrows?
Them is barnacles, genius. I don't move fast enough to shake them, so they tend to pile up. I don't mind, though. They're the only company I got. Ain't you, boys?
We've had a little accident. Think you could help us out?
Depends on what kind of help you're looking for.
Could you take us to the Pearl?
Ha! You don't believe those old stories, do you? You think somewhere in this ocean there's a gigantic pearl that shines so brightly it can be seen from passing ships? And that sometimes sailors so allured by its luster actually fling themselves overboard to dive for it and are never heard from again?
Yeah, and I think it's right over...
Bah! I've been walking this ocean for years. I ain't never seen it.
No, really. The Pearl is right over there.
You poor sucker, that's the moon! Tell me you didn't come all this way out here to pearl dive the moon.
Well, I don't want to break your stride there.
Okay, see you around.
Watch out for sea monsters.
Who? These guys? Oh, they don't mess with old Chapito. I'm too bright for him. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Follow me.
Where are you taking me?
To the moon.
Manny, is that...
The pearl! Whee! I knew I'd find her someday! I'm rich! 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 Rich!
Shh, something's happening.
Manny, what's going on?
I don't know, but I don't like the way that thing's looking at us. Hey, Chapito, go for a swim, will you? You're drawing too much attention to us.
Too bad! I'm sticking to you like the barnacles on my eyebrows, so don't even think of sneaking off with my pearl.
Gladys, go down there and talk demon talk to that octopus.
Heck no! I'm scared. I'm staying up here with you.
Still not blue. Does he have secret gills somewhere? So there really is a pearl. But does that mean Meche really jumped overboard here? It all just seems so fishy.
Good one, Captain.
So there really it all.
Hey, lay off! Let go! Let go! Let go! Hey, where are you going? You can't leave me here all alone! Come back here!
She's coming back. Looks like we're heading south.
But there's nothing on that edge of the world! Except...
The edge!
Manny?
Don't ask, carnal, cause I don't know. Getting a little blue around the edges. See any hint of that octopus swimming around here?
No, but I can smell him.
Gladys, I'm gonna sneak inside and look for Meche.
What if that octopus comes back while you're gone?
Poke him in the eye and steal his sub.
Stupid octopus.
Meche,
Manny, what are you doing here?
I wanted to see how your trip was going, Angel. I am your travel agent, you know. By the way, thanks for that bottle of champagne you sent me. It really hit the spot.
You were headed for a trap. I was trying to warn you. Domino was using me like bait. I didn't want you to end up a prisoner here like me.
Prisoner? Where's your cell? Or are you just sharing a bunk with the warden?
If that's what you think of me, then why did you come here?
Because this is where he belongs. Here, working for me. I knew you'd come around eventually. Right or wrong, Manuel Calavera is always with the winning team, right, Manny? That's why you're here now.
I'm getting off this rock. And I'm taking all of these people with me.
Manny, there's no way off this island. I'm afraid you're stuck here in my little executive training program. See, I need you to take my place here, kid. I've got to get back to the city where the action is.
Sorry, Manny, but I had to come in. My skin was getting all pruny.
Him, I don't need.
I'm gonna grind you to powder for that, cabrón.
Maybe later. But for now, let me just show you your new office.
Careful, BB. The new boss is waking up.
This is sad. Hola, angelitos.
I'll bite you, I swear to God!
Please don't bite anyone else, Pugsy. That's why they put us in the cage in the first place.
My name is Manny Calavera. What's yours?
Mr. Hurley told us about you. You're the one who tricked Meche.
Poor Meche.
I didn't trick anybody.
Mr. Hurley said he was supposed to take care of Meche, but you stole her case from him.
Is that true?
Let me see if I can explain this whole thing to you. You see, I had this job, selling travel packages to immigrant souls. If I sold enough of them, I got to leave the land of the dead. Now, I was in a slump, and I really needed a fat commission, so...
You're a bad man.
Go away, bad man!
Yeah, go away!
Meche's my friend. You can ask her.
She talked about you before.
Every time she says your name, she looks so sad.
I don't know what you did to her, but you're gonna be sorry!
What are you two doing in this cage?
Making light bulbs.
Look, we're working as hard as we can. Why don't you leave us alone?
Listen, children, I'm here to help.
There's really not much more room in here.
Your hands are too big to make light bulbs.
I'm here to help you get out of this cage.
You can't do that. We have to stay here and take care of Meche.
She'd be so sad here all alone. Sometimes we hear her crying, you know.
My hands are not too big to make light bulbs.
Then why don't you help?
I just don't have any of those little tiny tools, that's all.
Here, take my hammer.
You're two bad little children. I'm glad you're in a cage. Very bad. Why do you want to bite me?
You're the mean new boss.
Mr. Hurley said you were meaner than him.
He said you had a bone saw.
I'm the one who's gonna take Meche out of here.
What?
You can't do that.
Who's gonna take care of us? We'll be all alone.
Hey, don't cry, children. Please, stop crying. Why am I so bad at this? I'm here to help you get out of this cage.
You can't do that. We have to stay.
She'd be sometimes...
Nice cage you have here.
Mr. Hurley grew demon ravens with human heads in here.
He said if we ever tried to get away, he'd send the ravens after us.
And let them make nests out of our bones.
You bite me and I'll sue your parents.
Our parents?
You know, I really do want to help.
Then why don't you?
On second thought, maybe I don't.
We don't want to either, but we don't have a choice.
Okay, back to work.
So mean.
Hola, Angel.
Hello.
Okay.
So
Fly, be free, go buy Domino.
leave us alone.
If we get out again, he'll hurt Meche.
Fine then. Stay in there.
He is mean.
Look, it's my Prince Charming. Are you back here just to insult me some more, or do you just want some ice for your head?
I think we need to talk.
Start talking. You're the salesman.
I have a lot of explaining to do.
Save your breath. Domino's explained it all to me already.
You have a lot of explaining to do.
Me? About what?
So why did you run out of my office?
I felt so embarrassed, and you looked so disappointed in me. I couldn't stand it anymore.
Why are those children locked up in a cage?
With the wings those angelitos have, they're the only things on this island Domino can't control.
Hey, if they can fly, let's set the kids free to go get help.
They can't fly that far, Manny. But they can fly circles around Domino, and they can bite pretty hard.
Then what were you doing that whole year I was in Ubacaba?
I was lost.
What did you...
I don't want to talk about that year, please.
Has Domino hurt you in any way?
Not as much as I've hurt him. Boy, can that guy take a punch.
Why are you working for Domino?
I do what he asks only to protect the children.
Why did you take me out with that champagne bottle?
I told you to stop you from falling into Domino's trap. If you had made it on that ship, then you would have ended up...
Here?
Yes.
Okay, I'll lay off the questions.
Great. Now if we could get you to just lay off the cologne.
Hey, I'm a sailor now. We have to wear this stuff. Come on, we're getting out of here.
Trying to steal my commission from Domino again. Manny, don't you ever give up?
I'm not after any commission. I just want to get us both out of here.
Then why don't you just ask your boss for the day off?
Can't believe you think he's my boss. He's my arch enemy.
I think he's your boss. You think he's my boyfriend. We don't seem to have a good foundation of trust in our relationship, do we?
I'm sorry I implied he was your boyfriend. I do trust you.
Well, I'm not sure I trust you about that. But I'll tell you one thing that would convince me.
Name it.
Give me your gun.
What? What makes you think I have a gun?
You work for the most heavily armed organization in the land of the dead. Don't try to tell me they didn't issue you a gun.
I don't work for the most heavily armed organization anywhere.
You know, you're right. There are those rumors of that revolutionary army that's been stockpiling weapons.
Actually, them, I work for.
Manny, why don't you come back when you're willing to deal straight with me, okay?
Hey, about that gun.
Ready to hand over your heater?
I would if I had one.
Right.
They didn't issue...
What, are you on probation? I'm not buying this, Manuel. Manny, what?
I like the new dress.
Well, it's the best I could pull together out here. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get decent fabric and silk stockings on a deserted factory island on the edge of the world?
No, I don't. Man, that ashtray's so fancy you could eat caviar out of it.
Once you got used to the sooty aftertaste, you'd feel like a king. Ow! Oh, my stockings! They're ruined! And this was my best pair! You try to have one nice thing on this cruel island.
Good enough for me.
What is?
Oh, the speed at which you're working.
That's nice, Manny, but you're not my boss, so really I couldn't care less.
Good. Excellent. Carry on. Children's books.
I like to read to the angelitos. It reminds me of better times. Sir, do you have an appointment?
I'm going in there to tell Domino my demands.
I don't think you fully understand the chain of command around here. Pugsy and BB work for you. You and I work for Domino, who works for Hector Le Mans, crime boss of El Mato.
Well, I think it's time for a little corporate restructuring. Domino. Domino!
Taking your first coffee break already, Calavera?
We got a score to settle, Issy.
You know, if I ever spoke to my boss Hector that way.
You killed my best friend.
The demon? Manny, you can use a demon as a driver. Let him carry your messages, let him serve you food. But you can't ever start thinking of them as friends. It's just not natural.
What are you doing out here on the edge of the world?
Oh, I know. I ask myself that every day. But I'm going to train you, Manny, to take my place here running this 2-bit light bulb factory.
How can you keep little children in a cage?
Trust me, it's easier than keeping big kids in a cage.
Why don't you just sprout me like you tried at Puerto Zapato?
That wasn't me. That was Hector. He's so unimaginative. Just wants to tie up the loose ends, you know? But I believe, however, that you can be rehabilitated through honest work.
What makes you think I'm gonna work for you?
Well, there's not much to do on this island if you don't work, take it from me. And think about it. Once I'm gone, it will be just you and Meche alone on this deserted island. Don't tell me that prospect doesn't appeal to you.
You and Hector set up a secret hideout to make light bulbs?
Oh, no, that's just a side benefit. The real purpose is to have a place we can lock up all those old clients of mine. Can't have good people wandering loose in the land of the dead, telling everybody how we stole their double-in tickets, now can we?
You stole all these people's tickets?
Okay, how much of this haven't you figured out, Calavera? Capal would route all the good clients to me after he switched over their tickets to a secret holding fund. I'd cover up the paper trail, and we'd make sure that the pigeon jumped overboard at the Pearl.
I knew it! You were getting all the good clients.
I handled them all, except for Mercedes, who you hijacked from me in that ridiculous hot rod, which I saw, by the way, last time I was in Rubacava. I tell you, Manny, hot rods like that just don't look safe to me.
So it wasn't my fault Meche didn't get a ticket. You stole it.
Well, it's your fault she ended up in the forest instead of coming here right away, but I fixed that.
One ticket for you, one for Hector. How many more do you need?
Oh, Manny. We never touch the product ourselves. We sell a ticket to unfortunate souls, unable to lead moral lives because of the crippling amount of cash they were born into.
But you could just take the tickets and leave today.
We found a way to make the land of the dead livable. Why would we want to leave?
Nice island you got here.
Yeah, the previous owners didn't know what they had here. Let us pick it up for a song. They scooped out all the coral they could reach with their crane and then abandoned the plant. But we knew we had what it would take to go the extra distance to the big reef.
Are you about to lecture me about the winning attitude again?
No! Slave labor, Manny. That's the real ticket to success.
I don't plan to be on this island for very long.
Manny, I have all the guns. I have all the transportation, and I have all the brains. What are you gonna do?
I'm taking Meche out of this dungeon.
Manny, before I found her, she spent a year out there in the petrified forest alone because of you. By comparison, I'd say I'm keeping her pretty comfortable here in my dungeon. Wouldn't you say?
Well, I gotta get back to trying to escape.
Hey, you do that, kid. Knock yourself out. Please put that away. Thank you. Please put that. Okay, you can take out the tiny hammer if you want.
No, I don't think I could take his laughter a second time.